Well, I think it finally happened. I think I'm kind of to the end of my energy level and I haven't eaten. It's already 4 o'clock. And so, but I want to do a video for you. So let's just kind of get through this. It's going to be a fast haul. I headed down to Olympia because I had to pick up some shelves for my new antique booths, and I had never been to this junk shop. I love nothing better than a good junk shop, and this one fit the bill. Look at all this great, can I say it, junk. I thought those chairs were so cool, but unfortunately the leather was ripped. But I did grab this frame for a future framing project. I don't know about you, but I love found objects. I don't always feel the most crafty, but I felt like there was so much potential in all the little doodads she had scattered through this store. On my list for the day was a stop at Abraham's Charity House, this little consignment store right next door, the Bremerton Flea Market, and an estate sale. Just so much treasure hunting to do all in one day. Although that flow blue was so beautiful, it was a little beyond my price range. But I did grab that marble lamp, which was absolutely stunning. I love a good estate sale, and this one proved to be amazing. Right off the bat, I spotted these bar stools in this wonderful, like oatmeal colored tweed fabric. So fabulous. And it just went on from there. Yesterday was a really good day. I found a ton of really great stuff. I hit this estate sale and there was some really unusual items, which is what I look for. I mean, I always have my standards, right? Just basic bread and But before I did those pickups, I stopped by an estate sale. It was Sunday, so everything was half off. And look at all the goods. I really scored. I went to this sale, but I think on this one I left empty-handed. So I'm headed back now, and I did stop at that estate sale and got some things, including a couple of really cool lamps. I couldn't believe that they were still there. And the chocolate velvet chairs are pretty good. They're not super old. They're actually pretty lightweight, but the color is just absolutely fabulous. So I don't know what else I could say about that. So I'm home for a little while, and then I bought like a yellow vintage 1970s crushed velvet couch. So luckily they're gonna deliver it to my storage unit. Thank goodness. And they're coming with 2 people. And I also bought like this brown leather recliner. It kind of looks vintage. It's probably, I mean, it's not vintage, but it looks vintage and it looks good, and kind of a clubby kind of room, right? Or Ralph Lauren kind of room. So now I'm going to go home. I'm going to unload and maybe do some pricing until I have to leave again. And somewhere along the line, I'm going to have to do some food. So let's do a haul so I can go eat. So let's start with the wood items. So from that estate sale today, it was the last day, everything was 50% off. I got these candlesticks. Interestingly enough, they're not an exact match color-wise, but they were $4, so 50% off. They were $2. I couldn't leave them behind. I also got this really interesting bowling pin, and this one was originally $6.99, so it was $3.50. I got these little Indian trivets. I love this. I always love this Indian work. It's always so detailed, and the set was $2. And I think this was from a different sale. And I can't remember if I paid $1, I paid $2, but even at $2, that's a good deal. Got these 2 pillows. They're really nice. I paid $4 a piece for these, and they're totally wool with this great linen backing. I love these. These are very boho. For those of you that like Roseville, I picked up these Roseville pictures. Aren't those beautiful? They had a ton of Roseville at this estate sale yesterday, but the majority of it was like cracked and chipped. And I told her, I said, you know, put them out and mark them low. Somebody will buy them. They're not going to care. They're so beautiful. They'll just turn them around. I mean, for resale, for me, I can't really buy stuff that's like chipped. I mean, it's just not a good idea. But if I was a collector, I would not care. So super pretty. I don't even know what the pattern is. I'm sure one of you do, but they're pretty easy to look up. So I haven't priced them because I don't know the value on these, but it was a good deal. This one I got, and I think this is a McCoy. Yes, I think it's a McCoy. But this one, I didn't realize till after. It does have a huge chip. I'm not going to throw it away. I will just sell it as is. And I'll probably put like you know, $15 on it, right? But it is super pretty. Look how sweet that is. I may take it to my boho booth because these are really boho colors. I got a pile of brass at that estate sale today. So I got this camel for $4.99. That was $2.50. This one was $2.50. These were $1.50 a piece, and it's funny, I picked some up. I picked at least one of them up just like this at the Goodwill the other day. And then these are beautiful. Look at those. They have like peacocks on them. So pretty. Look at that. And then these were $1.50 a piece. Great pieces. I love brass. So yesterday I picked this up. I know I say I don't pick up ashtrays. I'm going to try them in Seattle just because in my boho booth, because I just couldn't leave that behind. Look at that beautiful orange color, orange and kind of an avocado green. I mean, it's so cool. So I could not say no to this. And that was like a package deal yesterday. She gave me a ton of stuff at a really good price, but I paid her separately for the Roseville because I wanted to be fair. Also at that estate sale, I picked up this really funky beaded bag. It kind of reminds me of that Mexican handiwork. And then look at this one. That is just funky. A cat, two cats playing with a ball. So cool. And then look at this. This one is so beautiful. Very kind of like 70s or 80s. It is vintage. It's got a Royale tag. And then this one, look at that. It's real fur and it's a purse. Is that not the coolest thing? So I'm trying not to buy like super fancy purses, but I couldn't say no to those. For clothing, I picked up this super cool jacket. Look at these buttons, red, white, and blue. That is so neat. And it comes with this skirt. I got this at Abraham's. Look at this skirt. And this was made homemade. But my gosh, the quality on it is really amazing. And I'm going to say, you know, it's probably from either the 50s or the 60s, but it's in beautiful condition. I also picked up this kind of throw jacket. I don't think it's that old, maybe from the 80s, but I loved this pattern. Kind of reminded me of a Pendleton blanket. So I think this is super cool. And anyways, I decided that I do want to have at least a small rack of clothes and some belts and some bags in my boho booth, because just from experience, they do so well. Like clothing does really, really well. So it'll be highly curated because it's only going to be a few items, but I think that this is so cool. This is so cool. And I think those should do well. I also picked up this Icelandic sweater down in Olympia with these reindeers. Is that not just the best? This is hand knitted. It's super heavy and it's wool. And I recently sold a similar one like this. That one was a Cowichan. And I think I sold that one for like $110. So this one will at least be like $98 maybe. At that great estate sale yesterday, I also picked up this Hetson-like blanket. I have never gotten a good deal on one of these. I've never found one of these in the wild at a good price. So this one is great. It has a couple of like stains on them, but I think the stain will come out if it's dry cleaned. And this one is not a Pendleton, but it is made in England, which I think is even better. So beautiful blanket. I did price these online. The average price is anywhere between $110 and $190. So I will probably price it between $110 and $140. The other thing they had at that estate sale that was pretty fascinating were these needlepoint pieces. So she was a big crafter. Look at that. So that's all crewel work. And then this one is done with silk thread. It is absolutely the most stunning thing ever. And this one I will actually put online because the work on this is all done by hand. It's all silk thread. It is just absolutely amazing, beautiful as can be. And I will put $100 and probably $20 on this. I mean, if it was me, I'd probably turn it into like a pillow, or I would frame it, maybe not with glass, but with a beautiful frame, because it is that. And then this one is very cottagecore. Look at that. Is that just not the sweetest thing? So I stopped by the store yesterday, and Amanda, my employee, I brought them in and she just absolutely fell in love with them. And so she's kept like 3 or 4 of them to actually list online. So if you like any of these, just let me know if you like any of these needle points. I mean, I think on this one, I'll probably put like $55 on it. I mean, because look at the detail on that. Look at the work. And then except for, you know, this one's going to be more like 120, right? Because that's just, I mean, who does that kind of work anymore? Today, I picked up these amazing lamps. Are these not so like mid-century? I can't believe they were still here. I mean, they were still there, but they are so cool with the smoke glass. And then on the inside, they have like the candle lights in there. So it is such a great piece. There's 2 of them. They have the lampshades with them. And then on the more traditional side is this one, which weighs a ton. But this one is marble from the 1950s. It still has the tag on it. And this one I got at Abraham's charity shop. And I think I paid, I don't know, maybe like $30 for it, but it's absolutely beautiful marble. And it's going to go, I don't know, I think I may even take this one to the store, because we have a spot that needs a lamp, and this is a beautiful one to put there. I also got this one. So you rarely ever see brass lamps like this. It is so cool. I'm sure I have a lampshade somewhere. I paid $6 for it, and it will go into my boho booth. I got this little ring holder, so cute, for 50 cents. And then this one was $2.50, and it's meant to have a plant in it, and it's got a little plug on the bottom so the water doesn't drip out, and it's got these little holes so you can actually hang it. For art, I went to an estate sale yesterday and I got these. Aren't those great? This is an evening sunset scene. This is a stormy scene. I got them both for $10 for the set. I'm going to sell them separately. They are original oil paintings, and I think I put $45 a piece on them. I love this next piece. Look at that. So that is so cool. It's just a painting of a lamp and a plant, but I love the colors. And this one I actually paid $15 for, and I'm gonna put maybe like $68 on it, and it'll go to the boho booth. This next piece I paid up for, and I'm so happy I bought it because it is the most kitschy, unusual, kind of boho-y piece ever. So it is a painting on velvet, and I can't see you. I can't see the camera, so I don't know what you're seeing. But I just love it. And this velvet is really old. This is a really old piece, probably from the 30s or the 40s. And I paid $30 for it. I honestly now, I mean, at the time I thought that was a little more than I usually spend even for art, but now I'm glad I got it because it is such an unusual piece, and I know somebody's absolutely gonna love it when they see it, right? I went to Seattle the other day to pick up a French bakery rack. I got a great deal on it. It'll be in the video, probably the setup video for the booth, because right now it's loaded in the van with a bunch of other furniture. And from that guy, he was super nice. He's gonna have a sale of some like garden ornament items, and I want to go to that. But he had a pile of these. These are like exercise pins that they would use in the 30s and the 40s. No, probably older than that. Probably like the turn of the century, and the teens, 1920s. And I don't know what these are valued at, but these look amazing, like on a bookshelf, on a console. And he sold me a pile of them. You'll see the whole pile next week, but these are so cool. I got the whole pile, and I think he charged me $100. I was glad to find them because nothing looks better than like a mixed group of one item. I got this painting. Oh. That was the same lady that did all the crewel work and the needlepoint work. Is that not so pretty? It is very boho. It's done on silk, and typically I don't buy items that are done on silk, but I thought this was boho enough that somebody will love it. And this obviously is going to my boho booth. And anyways, I think at this point I probably have plenty of art for the walls. I know that. I don't know if I have enough smalls, but I know I have enough art. I also got this cute little elephant. He's just adorable. He's just like a little basket. And this Indian trivet, which I priced at $12. And this cute little purse that's like metallic. And then this crock, this vintage crock, which are now and really in style, which, you know, I found that really surprising. That they're back in style again, which honestly, that's great. It just keeps them from the landfill, right? And I even got a bunch of buttons. Look at these. These are so pretty. And these are just simple, but I love that orange color. Anyways, now I'm on the hunt for more buttons so I could have like a nice full display of them. So now I'm gonna call it an evening, except maybe for the brass and the copper that I need to polish. And, I'm gonna go have something to eat, maybe watch something on Netflix and do a little relaxing. And then if I feel like it, I'm gonna keep pricing. Otherwise, I'm gonna say good evening to you guys. And if you get a chance to go out thrifting, I hope the thrifting gods are with you. You guys find some fabulous stuff, and I will see you next week when I'm setting up my booth.